All right, good morning. Wonderful to be with you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, when it gets started, a lot of ground to cover, so much is happening. I'm beyond excited. We're only the second day into this new quarter of impact, and already it's been the most dynamically powerful quarter of impact we've ever had. And so I just personally feel grateful for the fact that we get to continue to be together, grow together, evolve together, move through everything that there is to experience together, and know that we're not alone, and yet recognize that this is very much an individual journey. For those of you that are new to Call to Calm or these monologues, you are discovering these words at whatever point in time and space when you're supposed to. Call to Calm began as a response to crisis, the global pandemic. And we have been here now for 1,506 days, not as a part of a meditation challenge, but just as a part of a collective shared agreement that was made in the hearts of people all over the world to be peaceful and to come together and to explore what it takes to remain peaceful and centered and connected in the midst of life and living, while having your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own beliefs, autonomy over your body, and self-sovereignty in its highest manifestation. As we begin the month of July, we are beginning a dynamically powerful vibrational phase of our time together. And everything that has come before has served as preparation for this specific moment in time. As it relates to everyone here who's called to be here for the monologues and the meditations, it is important now more than ever that you recognize that your breath is a living mantra. It is a living rosary. It is a living, breathing manifestation of how we access peace and calm on demand in our lives, no matter what we're going through. And so in any moment, we can come back to our breath. And now more than ever, I'm happy to report that people are actually experiencing their life as a living meditation. That meditation at some point has to become something that transcends your meditation room, your sacred space. It has to become something that you live. And you live it by stepping into a place of permanent relaxation and allowing as it relates to life. So many of you have worked so hard and so tirelessly your entire lives to take care of everyone else in your life, and you have failed miserably. And you haven't failed miserably because of a lack of effort, because of a lack of trying. You've failed miserably because it was never your responsibility in the first place. You beautiful, sweet being, you exhausted human being. By now, you're beginning to recognize how futile it is to incessantly do things for other people, and to think in some way, shape or form that that's going to make everything okay. Leave me a 1 or a yes in the chat if this is striking a chord with you this morning. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much you prioritize everyone else in your life, no matter how much you focus on everyone else in your life, there's always an issue. There's always a problem. There's always something. And more often than not, things happen to your loved ones, to people that you care about, to people that you know deeply, that are beyond the scope of your control, that sometimes are beyond the ability for you to reconcile. And at some point we have to recognize that, first of all, this responsibility and this burden is rooted in some form of PTSD. That something happened in your life And you have been trying with every ounce of your being in every way that you know to stop that thing from happening again. For some of you, you're aware of the thing that happened. For others of you, you are not. But this incessant need to produce and make stuff happen and take care of people is not coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of fear. It's motivated by survival and self-preservation. And this is why now, as we move into this vibrationally dynamic phase of our lives, everything is being brought to the surface so we can become aware of it. We can become aware of where we still have the PTSD. We can become aware of where we're still overly doing for others, or where we've taken on the responsibility of advocating for others in a way that they are incapable of advocating on behalf of themselves. So today, it's time to let yourself off the hook. Because I feel like so many of you have blamed yourselves for your inability to make a difference in the life of another person. My dear sweet being, you did not come here to make a difference in the life of another person. You came here to show yourself some empathy, some compassion, some kindness, and some love. That's why you've come here. And what you don't recognize, or what you have failed to remember about that, is that actually the more you show yourself that empathy and that compassion and that love and that kindness, the more you are supporting everyone else, the more you are delivering the highest manifestation of love and light and presence into the world. So close your eyes and take some breaths. And in becoming aware of your every inhalation or exhalation, leave me a 1 or a yes in the chat when you begin to feel a shift in your state of being. This morning, we're going to take a moment to become aware of where we have made ourselves responsible, where we have overly contributed, overly done for others, not from a place of love, but out of fear and survival. Because on some level, some of you came to the conclusion that it was hard enough to go through what you went through the first time. So you're going to do everything within your power to ensure that nothing chaotic or catastrophic, that no calamity ever befalls you again. And as you rest in the awareness of your breath, and you become aware of the support of the energy, this grace, this love, that's always around us, always with us, always within us, we're going to become aware of the people or person or group of people that we have become overly responsible for. And in particular, we're going to become aware of the PTSD, the fear, the pain that has been driving this incessant need to produce, to take care of, to make sure everyone's happy, to make sure everyone's needs are met, to make sure that everyone in your life is okay. And how you know that it's coming from a place of pain or fear or survival is because you're exhausted. And no matter how much you do, it's never enough. Leave me a 1 or a yes in the chat if I'm speaking to you this morning. You're exhausted. And no matter how much you do, how much you give, what you say, how much you work on yourself, how much you evolve, it's never enough. Now what's interesting is that underneath all of this efforting, all of this producing, all of this making stuff happen for people, there's a sadness. And sometimes this sadness is accompanied by a feeling of failing, that you're failing people. Sometimes the feeling is a feeling of powerlessness, that no matter what you do, it just doesn't make a difference as it relates to others. So allowing yourself to access the vulnerability this morning, to acknowledge how you really feel underneath all of that. For some of you, it's profoundly lonely. People don't understand. For others of you, it's thankless. No one appreciates any of it. For others of you, it's a burden and a stress that you carry around, and for others of you, it weighs on your heart. For some of you, it makes you feel incompetent. And for others of you, it makes you question what the point is in carrying on and doing all of this stuff. For others, it's turned into bitterness and resentment, because all of your hard work, your love, your working on yourself, doing everything that you've been doing for others has been met with a sense of entitlement, or people have just taken it for granted that you do all of these things. Instead of getting lost in the story of it, let's just get to the truth of it. And the truth of it is how you feel. And I can tell you that there's a sadness associated with it. Becoming aware of that sadness now. Becoming aware of the sadness that you feel when you do everything for everyone in your life and it seemingly does not make a difference and it does not change anything. And then becoming aware of the moment that you've been trying to avoid, the feeling that you've been running away from, the pain that has been the root cause of all of this incessant production. You go, 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 go. You do, 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 do. You try everything that there is to try. And yet life is the way that it is. And people seemingly are the way that they are. And beloved, there's nothing that you can do about that. Not a single thing. Just take a breath. There's no amount of money that's going to make a difference. No amount of making everything available to people that's going to make a difference. No amount of turning yourself inside out for others is going to make a difference. Just take a deep breath. Leave me a 1 or yes in the chat when you are acutely aware of where you are feeling this. And that you've also primarily become aware of the fact that you've been doing everything that you've been doing just so people will leave you alone. I think after a while, you've gotten to a place where you just do everything for everyone in your life because you just don't want to be bothered anymore. You just long for a day of peace, long for a day of harmony, long for a day of calm. Yeah. So becoming aware, becoming aware, becoming aware. Just continue to breathe and relax. And just allowing yourself to be aware. You've tried your whole life to make a difference. You've tried your whole life to love others. You've tried your whole life to provide everyone in your life the best opportunity that you can for them to live a good life, to be happy. And you have failed miserably in every single instance where you have tried to make a difference in the life of another. Now, you have made a difference where people have been willing to make a difference for themselves. True or false? Right? Like every now and again, you meet someone who's willing to advocate on behalf of themselves to the degree to which you're willing to advocate on behalf of them. And there, you see, it has made a difference. But what you have to recognize is that they made the difference. That they allowed themselves to receive the difference. That it wasn't about you. So I'm here to give you some great news or to give you some troubling news. You're all sitting down and laying down already anyway, so here it goes. Beloved, you can't love people who don't love themselves. And I know that's painful for you. I do. You can only love people who love themselves. I know that's hard for you to hear. But everything that you do, everything that you say, no matter how much you do, no matter how successful you become, no matter how many resources you provide to people, unless they're willing to advocate on behalf of themselves, they can't receive it. Let me know how we're doing this morning. Leave me a 1 or yes in the chat. Let me know what's opening up for you. You can only love people who love themselves. You can only advocate for people who are willing to advocate on behalf of themselves. So, now that we know this, can we take all of the pressure off of you, please? Now that we're aware of this, can we unburden you of the heaviness that you've been carrying around? Just take some breaths and just severing all of the cords and the connections to everyone that you've made yourself responsible for, that you've done everything for, that you've accumulated everything for, that you've worked on yourself for, that you've tried to become the best version of yourself for. And all of this, futile. Because you have tried to make a difference outside of yourself, beloved. And you see, you can never make a difference outside of yourself. Just take a deep breath. So just severing all of those cords, all of those connections, and setting yourself free this morning of needing to wake up every day, doing things incessantly for people and others, and feeling like a failure, because no matter how much you try and how much you love and how much you give, it's not received. Letting yourself off the hook for everything that's happened, for everything that you've gone through, and realizing that you don't have to avoid it or run away from it or try and prevent it from happening. I can tell you this as somebody who loves you. Life is going to go exactly the way that it needs to go. And everyone in your life is going to go through everything that they have to go through. And there is nothing that you can do about that. Take a deep breath. Not a single thing. There is nothing that you can do about that. Everyone really is on their own journey, and their life truly is unfolding perfectly in the way that it's meant to for them. It might not be for you, but it totally is for them. So just letting go of this need to say the right thing, do the right thing, give the right way, live the right way. Produce more, give more, share more, create more. And instead, coming back to a sense of harmony, a sense of trust, and a sense of love for yourself. Today, I'm going to show up from love, with love, as love. And whether anyone else can receive that or not, I'm going to do it because I know that when I come from love, I am delivering my highest and best into the world. And even if not a single other person in the world is able to receive that, I will live a life that is true, live a life that is authentic, live a life that is real. I will no longer allow my past or my PTSD or my trauma to have me incessantly producing at a rate that is unsustainable and giving at a rate that is unsustainable at the cost of my own well-being. Today, I learn to repeat a profound vibrational phrase. No. No. A complete sentence in and of itself. No. Here's another one. This doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. I can no longer participate in this anymore. It's important now that you begin to define what contributing actually means for you. And it's important to figure out the truth that pain no longer has to inform your production, where you create from, where you live from, because the truth is, everyone's going to go through everything that they have to go through anyway. Just take some deep breaths. So, connecting to your heart, and maybe for the first time ever, recognizing this morning that you have done your best for everyone in your life. And that, even in the midst of you doing your best for everyone in your life, everybody had to go through what they had to go through, everyone is going through what they have to go through, and everyone will have to go through what they have to go through. And there is nothing that you can do about any of that. Today, take a moment to acknowledge the fact that you have woken up every day for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, some of you, and that you have done everything that you know to do for every other person. And now it's time to let that go. And now it's time to let everyone in your life live their life, to have their experience. And to know that the only contribution that you can make is to be there for people and to hug them and hold them. That's it. That's the only contribution that you can make. You can't save anyone from anything. Everything had to happen in the way that it did. Everything right now is unfolding in exactly the way that it had to unfold. And at some point, wisdom prevails. And that wisdom comes in one of two ways. Either you just fall over exhausted one day, because you just have nothing left in the tank anymore. You've lived your whole life for everyone else. Or you reach a crescendo of bitterness and anger and resentment because nobody ever says thank you. Nobody ever appreciates it. Nobody ever acknowledges it. No matter how hard you try, it just doesn't make a difference. There's still the chaos. There's still the dissonance. There's still the addiction. There's still the lack of self-love. There's still the self-hatred. Fill in the blank for you. Sweet soul, who told you it was your responsibility in the first place? Who made you responsible for everyone else? And who made you responsible for the outcomes in their lives? You know, when we were all up there in that huddle, and we were all pulling straws, I don't remember anyone needing to pull that straw. I don't remember anyone pulling the, who's going to go down there and be responsible for everyone for the rest of their lives and be miserable, bitter and resentful and then die. Nobody pulled that straw. I was there. None of us pulled that straw. Here's the straw that we pulled. Get down there, love yourself. Love yourself unapologetically. Show people that it's okay for them to love themselves. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But what you have to do is get down there and love yourself. Got it? 1, 2, 3. Love. Break. Next thing you know, before you change your mind, wah, doctor slaps your ass. Wah. That's the straw that we pulled. We pulled the get down there and love yourself straw. We didn't pull the get down there and control everything and micromanage everything and try and prevent every outcome from coming into being that's supposed to come into being straw. We didn't do that. Got it? So, yes, some of you are going through things. Of course you are. All I can do every day is show up here and let you know that it's possible for you to be peaceful. It's possible for you to go through things with love in your heart. I can't prevent anything that you're going through, as much as I would love to. I can't stop anything from happening on this planet. We're not allowed to interfere. But we can show people that it's okay to go through things connected to who they really are. That it's okay, that being human is great. Thinking your own thoughts, having your own emotions, having your own feelings, having sovereignty and autonomy over your body, living your life is a wonderful thing. We can do that. We can. But that's about where it begins and ends. So, just take some deep breaths. And just severing any remaining attachments or connections that you have that are based in PTSD or pain or guilt or shame or trauma. And here's the truth of it. One day, if your heart is supposed to break, it will. And there's nothing that you can do about that. One day, if someone's supposed to die, they will. And there's nothing that you can do about that. One day, someone's going to have to go through something that's traumatic, or dramatic, or painful. They will. Life is going to happen, beloved. The people that you love are going to have to go through things. They are going to have these experiences. The world right now, as we are observing it, is going through something. However, I would like to remind you that we did not come here to interfere. We came here to show people that being human is a wonderful thing. It's a fantastic thing, that we can love and appreciate the fact that we're human, and that we can be at peace. We can come back to our breath. We can accept ourselves. We can embrace ourselves. And we can show people that there's a different way. Now, whether they ever allow themselves to have a single moment of that, well, that's not up to you. So today, please know that you haven't done anything wrong, that you're not failing. Instead, recognize that it was never your responsibility in the first place. And that all you can do is be the love that you are, the light that you are, and the blessing that you are in this world. And that's about where it begins and ends. The rest is up to everyone else. Focus on your breath. Focus on being a wonderful human being, because you are. You're adorable. Look at you. Focus on coming back to peace. Focus on loving yourself, doing the things that you have to do for you every day. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll show people that there's another way. You won't have to tell them, you'll just show them. And maybe, just maybe, they'll love themselves enough to even consider it. Sending you all a big hug from me, you beautiful human beings. No more trauma-informed, pain-informed, drama-informed production, please. No more doing for others at the cost of yourself. No more making yourself responsible for things that you have no control over. You can only love people who love themselves. You can only make a difference where that difference was always supposed to be made. Setting yourself free today and handing everybody over, based on your belief system, back to whoever your version of a higher power is. Because the last time I checked, that's who's in charge. Yay. Take some deep breaths. Give yourselves a hug from me. Laurel. Stop typing Om Shanti heart emoji. Day 1506 of Call to Calm. Unbelievable. I love you all very much. And I know it's hard. But I would like to remind you that none of us would be here in the absence of the things that we've gone through. So then who are we to prevent others from going through what they have to go through? Alright, close your eyes and open your palms. Good morning, sweet friends, and welcome to another Call to Calm meditation. One day, you'll wake up, look around, and recognize that you have done everything within your capacity for every single person in your life, and that the outcome of everything that you've done is not your responsibility. One day, you'll come to know that you can only love people to the degree to which they love themselves. You can only advocate for people who are willing to advocate on behalf of themselves. That ultimately, you beautiful human being, you're going to have to accept that everyone in your life is going to have to go through exactly what they have to go through, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. And as much as that is true for you in your own unfolding and all the things that you've gone through that have made you who you are now, well, in that same way, that's true for your children, your significant other, your ex, your present, your future former, your everybody, your parents, you name it, siblings, everybody. Now, the issue isn't in the fact that we have to go through things and have an experience called life. Last time I checked, that's why we all came down here. To have an experience called life. The question is, how do you want to go through it? How do you want to experience it? Because maybe, just maybe, you can go through this experience called life with love in your heart. And you can be at peace in the midst of it. Even though that peace may not make any sense, it may pass all understanding. But nonetheless, that peace is available for everyone who wants to experience it, as is the love. My hope for all of you in being here with all of you today is that you all finally allow yourselves to receive it, to know that you deserve it, and to know that that's the whole point of every monologue, every meditation, is to let you know that you're not alone, that being human is the best thing ever, and that you deserve your peace, your love, your joy, your abundance, and every other bright and benevolent blessing that life wants to bestow upon you. Close your eyes, you beautiful human beings, and open your palms. Resting in the awareness of your breath, transforms your life into a living meditation. in this moment, acknowledging that you deserve your breath. I deserve my breath. I deserve every precious inhalation and exhalation. I deserve my breath. And as you continue to rest in the awareness of this miracle called life, acknowledging that you deserve the peace and the calm and the serenity that it provides you. I deserve the peace. I deserve the calm. I deserve the serenity that being aware of my breath provides me. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, acknowledging for the first time ever that you deserve your love. That with every breath you don't have to wait until everyone in your life or on the planet loves themselves before you finally allow yourself to experience the love that was always within you. I deserve my love. My every inhalation and exhalation is a reminder that I deserve my love. I don't have to wait until people in my life love themselves. I can come back to my breath because I deserve my love. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, recognizing that most comedians are clinically depressed because they have spent their whole lives trying to make other people laugh. Which is actually quite funny. Becoming aware of your every inhalation and exhalation, and recognizing that you deserve your joy, that you deserve your laughter, that you deserve the lightheartedness, that you don't have to make everyone else in your life happy before you finally allow yourself to be happy. With every inhalation and exhalation, just allowing yourself, maybe for the first time ever, to be happy. I deserve my breath. I deserve my love. I deserve my joy. I deserve my peace. And I infinitely and fully receive all of these things. I infinitely, with every breath, fully receive the love, the peace, the joy, and the calm. Resting in the awareness of your breath, does not only transform your life into a living meditation, Your breath is an invitation into the fullest, most dynamic, vibrationally potent manifestation of you. So today, I deserve my breath. I deserve my love. I deserve my joy. I deserve my peace. And I'm going to be all of these things as a reminder to everyone else that whenever they're ready, they can finally open up to receiving all of these things from within themselves too. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath. Being the love that you are now. You're a beautiful human being. Being happy now. Being peaceful now. Infinitely receiving everything that you deserve to have in your life now. And with every breath, feeling the expansion and the intensification of all of these things that are naturally available within you. Resting in the awareness of your breath. I give myself permission to be peaceful. I give myself permission to feel and experience the love that I am. I give myself permission to be happy. I give myself permission to exist, to be alive, to flourish, to thrive. Continuing to welcome your every inhalation and exhalation. And being supported in allowing everyone in your life to have their own journey, their own experience, and their own perfect unfolding. I set everyone in my life free to be who they are, how they are, and to live out their perfectly unfolding destiny. With every breath, I'm aware of sunshine inside of my heart. With every breath, I'm aware of a smile on my face. With every breath, I'm aware of a calm and a peace that stays with me, no matter what's happening in my life. Today, I deserve the love, the light, the joy, the peace, the calm, the serenity that I am. Take some breaths. Give yourselves a hug from me. So, note to self: you cannot change anyone's destiny. Everyone in your life has to go through exactly what they have to go through. They went through exactly what they had to experience. And none of that could have been any different. The question is, how are you going to live? You see, from this moment on, how are you going to live? How do you want to feel? At what point do you start living for you? Today's Wednesday. At least it is in the part of the world that I'm in. There's a group alignment session today. Yesterday's group alignment session was the most vibrationally dynamic group alignment session we've ever done. We'll begin the session by laying a foundation for what to expect, what comes up. We'll be in the energy. And then whatever there is in you that's still based in survival, some of this PTSD that's been the root cause of all of this production and doing for others, we'll address that. And then eventually we'll finally allow ourselves to experience the love, the bliss, the joy, the ecstasy that is our natural state. If you'd like some support with that, come to a group alignment session. They're fantastic. Also, impact people, check your calendars and schedules for updates on calls. And I would wholeheartedly recommend revisiting last night's accountability call, as it was one for the ages. I wish I could make you love yourself. I wish I could make you happy. I wish I could make you recognize that you deserve to be peaceful. Sadly, I can't. That part is up to you. But all I can do every day is show up here and let you know that all of that, as wild as it sounds, is totally possible for you. One day, my wish for you is going to come true. One day my wish for you is going to come true. Until then, I'll be here. Give yourselves a big hug from me. All of the info is on the website, panacheside.com. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Apparently that's what you're supposed to do over there. And feel free to share the YouTube recording with everyone that you know and love, because quite frankly, I couldn't think of a better message for the world right now, especially in the light of what everyone is going through and everything that you've been doing to try and make the world a lighter, brighter, and more benevolent place. Wishing you all every bright and brilliant blessing today. Please come back to your breath. Please come back to your breath today. Come back to your breath as much as possible. Just become aware of it. Sending you all my love. Thanks for being here. big hug from me. We'll see you all tomorrow for another monologue and meditation. We'll see you later for the group alignment session. Till then, know that you deserve your love. You deserve your peace. And you deserve to be happy. Bye-bye.